power because like I said, he didn't take his power from him. You know what I'm saying? And so like, you know what I'm saying? Like it just took all the want of one to be a rapper out of him. You know what I'm saying?
A rapper, you're an orator.
A what?
Orator.
Yeah. Basically.
I think, you know, I think that's you know, and that's
because I could care less if I make it or not.
You know what I'm saying? But like taking back from when I to African American history or whatever, you know, that's what being black is. You know, when they took our books and our writing from us, all we had was talking and singing soulful songs, and spirituals, you know. And like you take what you know and what you have, you know what I'm saying? You take what you have and you put it in these words, and that's what's gonna live on. You know what I'm saying? And all you're trying to do is leave something here to just shine that light.
Yeah.
You know, all this darkness going on. Yeah, the rap industry itself is dark. You know, if you look at it,
and it's bigger than what people think.
And like, you got to separate yourself from that to show that. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Like, you separating yourself from that. You're still doing it, but yours it stands out because there's more substance to it. Like, what you're actually telling the story. You're this orator, and when I was trying to mention in the first, like I had the idea. You know, you're reviving. Not just rap per se, but the art of storytelling in our culture. That stands out to me. And you're a man of God, so you're doing it from a black perspective as a Christian man, as a leader. You always bring out I
can't say I'm a Christian. I don't mean to cut you off. I can't say I'm a Christian.
Knowledgeable.
But I'm God fearing.
And you're knowledgeable.
Yeah, there you go. I know the truth. You know. So yeah.
Yeah. So forgive me for that.
No, you could.
But it's just something about you that listening to you talk right now, and this is like our first encounter with each other. Like I already knew there was more to say. You're shorter words, you know, but you got so much to say, and it needs to come.
Too much to say.
Too much, you know, and you know what?
But I'm really
that's what we need. You know, there's all these people out here that listen to that crap out there, or not crap, but like listen to
the shallowness.
They're looking for direction.
There you go.
You know, and you got a different direction to go in. You know, you made that mention of the ripple. You know, if you comb in one direction and you comb the other way, that's what people need. You know,
it's like everybody. It's like a 2x4, and if you set this 2x4 and you rub your hand across it, it's smooth. You know what I'm saying? Because everything's going this way. You know what I'm saying? But if you rub your hand that way, you're gonna get poked. And that's what I am. I'm a thorn. I'm a splinter. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna go against the grain. I don't care if a whole bunch of people making club songs or money songs. Like I'm gonna go against the grain.
You're the underdog.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I mean, if I didn't have the skill I be having, like the skill I've noticed I've had over this life of mine, like I really think I would have been doomed. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, because like I told you before, like I didn't have a conscience about nothing, but I started loving myself and started having things to live for, and noticed that I was a little bit, like I feel like I had a calling and something special about me. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
there's an anointing over you, that's for sure.
Yeah. So I just ran with it. You know what I'm saying? When I realized I had a certain power, you know what I'm saying, I learned to control the power. You know what I'm saying? And I realized that I'm a leader. Like, let me tell you something. Like, when I was young, I don't know if I don't know if I'm weird or crazy or whatever, but like one time when I was young, I put myself through a test to see if I was a leader. I started feeling like, man, I was like, man, am I a leader or what? So one time I was outside chilling with a whole bunch of people, and I said, you know what? I'm about to give myself a test to see if I'm a leader. So I walked like 10 feet away from everybody, you know what I'm saying? And I was just by myself, you know what I'm saying? I'm over here just being the cool, you know what I'm saying? Chilling. All of a sudden, one person came over there, two person came, three people came, and before I knew it, everybody that was over there was over here. And that's when I saw that it was like, I mean, like I'm a mad scientist, you know what I'm saying? I was like, you know what? I'm a leader. And ever since that day, I said, you know what? I'm just a leader. So
how old were you when you did that?
Man, I had to be probably like 14 or 15. And I just
making them kind of decisions.
But I'm
on
that scientist.
On that other level, you know.
One person is out here thinking, let me try this. You know what I'm saying? While they in their head, they just like, man, let me move over here and see who's gonna follow. So, you know what I'm saying? It happened, and like ever since then, I just knew that I had some type of leadership in me. You know what I'm saying?
You ever failed in anything? Like trial and error, but like trial and error.
Obviously, I failed at rapping because I'm 30 and I'm I'm not mad, and at the same time, I don't know what the future holds because the longevity of the game didn't change. There's people rapping at 42. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Doing that thing, and I really feel like
true.
Right now, it ain't about an age; it's about what you're making.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So the game has got more longevity, but I really ain't searching or trying to be a rapper. I'm really just trying to reach my people. Because there's a lot of things going on. Girls not loving themselves, dudes ain't loving themselves, and then people in general are not loving each other. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we losing, we crashing. I could be telling somebody that I love something so true and so helpful for them, and they'll rebel against this because they're caught up in this, in what the culture is now.
So would you say you've been broken, or you just made it another mission of yourself to go from good to better to best? Like, what would you say? Did you ever have a breaking point, or you was just like, you know what, my life, my story, my time to change it? Like, what came about this new Cooly, I say? Man,
I'm gonna keep it real. I'm a lover. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love hard. You know what I'm saying? Because like, it's just who I am. That's how I love hard. And really, everything I learned in life that really just touched me emotionally was through relationships and family issues. You know what I'm saying? That's what molded me to who I am. That's what made my heart what it is. That's what makes me speak out. You know what I'm saying? Because I've just been through a lot. Can't nobody hurt you more than the ones that you love. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't get mad at a nigga that you beefing with in the street like how you get mad when you fighting with your brother or your mother. You know what I'm saying? Or something like that. Or your girl. You know what I'm saying?
Did you ever go to school? Like, you know, other than graduating?
Yeah, I went to school. I went to St. Philip's in San Antonio.
Oh, looking at that school.
Yeah, cause look, I got kicked out of school 11th grade and 12th grade, and in the middle of 12th grade, I got kicked out. So I went to San Antonio, and from there, I went from being behind to being ahead because I was in the GED class, so I can enroll in college. So while I just left high school and everybody's in 12th grade, I was already in college. You know what I'm saying? I just went from being behind in high school to being in college. I went to school for automotive technology, performance specialist and all that. But I was really too immature to really even cope with college. Because I'm like, well, I just went from somewhere where I got to skip school or whatever to somewhere where I could just walk out of class and be like, I'll be back. So I'm walking out, smoking weeds, just tripping with myself, you know what I'm saying? Just doing myself dirty. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, I soaked up game there too. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I still know how to work on cars and stuff like that. So yeah, I had a little schooling after that. But everything else was basically self-taught. You know what I'm saying? I just feed myself information. Like Pimp C said, I put that on my brain.
Alright, so let's go to your video work. Nothing I've seen of your work, you know, is exactly the same. I know it probably along with your process of trying different things out, but you know, everybody got a signature, and for me, I didn't watch all of your stuff, but what I did see, it was obviously telling a story. You know, you get real in on the feeling of the artist.
Yeah.
You know, you get what they feeling.
Hey,
yeah.
I be thinking people don't peep that.
I do, but you don't just, yeah, they're performing, yeah, they got something to see, but you get in on them. Get in on them so that you can feel what they, try to portray what they feel when they express it.
I'm going to make whoever you feel you are, I'm going to make that you on film.
That's why it's never the same, because it's a different individual trying to, you know, carry out the whole different mission.
Like for instance, I could say Coop, you know what I'm saying? I fuck with Coop, you know what I'm saying? We always have good business, we respect each other, and on top of that, he's always positive. You know what I'm saying? But Coop, like I'm real observative. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I told you earlier, like I could be around somebody for 10 minutes and I already basically know how I feel about them. And like I know the type of person Coop is just from dealing with him, and like I feel like other people that might shoot a video, not saying like they're not bad, they're not as good as me, because some of them are better, but I feel like sometimes people shoot and they edit the video, and I don't feel like I do that. I feel like I learn body movements. Like if Coop he do stuff like this, he'll be like, you know what I'm saying? Like he'll do something like that, but I'll mix from scene to scene. I'm gonna mix it. Like if he do that, I'm gonna come back here. Like I'm gonna just link it together. I know who your character is. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, first of all, I'm an artist, and like you say, I paint pictures. You know what I'm saying? So like I can always just read a person and tell who they are. So that's what I try to capitalize on. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Just try to bring out who they feel inside. I want them, the public, to see. You know what I'm saying? To try to, make it all mesh together.
So, I remember you called out, you said something about being just Cooly, just doing you. What makes you different than the next person? Because everybody out here, for example, even back in San Antonio, because you're not out there, they all doing the same thing. It's like you do it but different, but what makes you different? Is it just that you have that anointing on you and it just comes out? Because everything you do is God's gift, you know what I'm saying? A blessing from God. And I can tell that just by the way you taking this seriously. I appreciate it, definitely, because nobody will always take time. But just what sets you different, you know what I'm saying?
I can honestly say that's something I'm still trying to figure out.
Over this? I mean, you just spitting out, putting out things, and it's all going to take care of itself, and then just going to find its own path. But how far do you want to take it? Like
music-wise or video-wise?
Just you yourself as a brand, because you are a brand. You're your own product, and I think that's why you do so well, because you take everything about yourself seriously, and not like seriously where it's uncomfortable, but it's like you on a mission, and that's what you're working toward. So where are you trying to go with that?
Honestly, I don't even know. Like my goal is to help save a lot of people that I'm in contact with or that I could reach. First, I start off with my loved ones. I'm always going to give them game. I'm always going to put them on game. I'm going to always tell them what's good from my experience. You know what I'm saying? So that's my main goal, is helping the immediate people around me, and then I want to help the world. So it's like, that's my goal. You know what I'm saying? If I reach 50 to 100 people, not even that, if I just reach 2 or 3 people, that's my goal. You know what I'm saying? I want to put this game in your ear, wake you up, because right now people are sort of like under a spell. You know what I'm saying? And
zombies, man.
Zombies, and they're brainwashed. You know what I'm saying? They're brainwashed into, you know what I'm saying? They really don't care for you. You like watching things through the TV and listening to things through the internet and this or the radio or whatever, and they're brainwashing you. Because these people, they don't even know you, they don't love you, they're just doing what the record label say do or whatever. But like my goal is just to reach the people that listen. If you don't listen, I mean, I tried. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm not God or nothing, but I feel like whatever I say is morally right. You know what I'm saying? So I'll always tell you what's good. You know what I'm saying? If I tell you to love yourself, love yourself. If I tell you I'm a nigga, or we've been through this, or this what niggas do, or this what females do, you know what I'm saying? I could say, you don't have to follow it, you know what I'm saying, but at least I told you. And that's my goal, at least to just tell you, you know what I'm saying? So you can love yourself and we can love each other.
So what's a day in the life?
It's pretty boring. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I'm a mad scientist, so something wrong with me. You know what I'm saying? Like I always break everything down to its, you know what I'm saying, least common denominator. Like I don't see a club. I see a building that plays music and people go there. Like that's like, I'm just weird, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know, man. I'm just a weird character, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be around me to understand me.
Well, kind of try to elaborate. What's like just you on your grind? You know, you always on your grind. You don't ever really drop the ball. But I did notice when I started noticing that you did kind of take a break
Yeah.
Where there was like a gap in there somewhere. You were still kind of like maybe dropping something every now and then, but you didn't speak as much.
Well, video,
I'm just going off Facebook.
Oh, yeah, okay.
You know, you didn't speak as much. You would still like let people know you was alive and well.
Yeah.
But like the whole vibe changed. You know?
Yeah.
That's why I'm kind of glad we are speaking now, not when we got the first idea about it, because you even went through something there. I don't know what it was, but
yeah, like my whole thing, like I'm a human, so I'm not a robot. You know what I'm saying? I got feelings. You know what I'm saying? And like you go through things. Like I was with a girl for 3 years, and you know what I'm saying? Like everything changed sort of real quick. Like you know what I'm saying? You know, every relationship have problems, but like you know what I'm saying? I never been with a girl with kids, and like this is like a new relationship for me. Somehow I never been through. So you know what I'm saying? It hit me hard when everything fell to pieces. You know what I'm saying? Because me knowing me, like yeah, I could preach, yeah, I could say this, but everything I'm saying is out of love for this person. But like if I'm telling this person, like they're their own person, so they might handle things a different way because they was raised different, or they're their own person. You know what I'm saying? So like it hit me hard, you know what I'm saying, because I was with this person 3 years, and you know the way things go, and like the people that's around you and the things that influence you. You know what I'm saying? You're always gonna care for somebody because you love them, so you're gonna tell them what you know is right. And I'm 30, you know, so I was older than her, so and I'm not a parent, but I'm a loved one, and a loved one gonna tell you what it is. But you know, it's in some people to be rebellious. Sometimes they just want to find out for themselves, and like I could be in my feelings, but it's really like something you can't control it. So you know what I'm saying. At the same time, it's like you know what I'm saying. Like everybody is like, you know, she's real socially active, she's beautiful, and people know her. People know me, so it's like our relationship was sort of like in the public, you know what I'm saying? So it was like, it was just something hard to deal with, you know what I'm saying? Because like I represent her and she represented me at the time, so it was just something hard to deal with. So with me going through what I'm going through, like I said, I'm not a robot, so I gotta go through what I go through, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people, like, don't get me wrong, Facebook and the internet, all of that, it's sort of like evil. You know what I'm saying? If you just scroll down the timeline, there's more negative things than positive things. If you post something positive, you get a few likes. You post a fight, everybody sharing that motherfucking everything. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's just real negative. It can be negative. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But like,
it's really just another tool, you know, that can be used for good and bad. The church talked bad about it 1 year when it first came out, and now churches got Facebook.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? So.
You know what I'm saying? But like, as far as what I'm going through, like, a lot of people can't say they stepped up to the plate and love the person fully and their kids, you know what I'm saying? So they'll look at me and be like, man, Cooly tripping or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But they don't know, like, bro, have you been with somebody for 3 years and stepped up to the plate to, you know what I'm saying, gave your all to her, the kids took your kids to like your own and just gave your all, you know what I'm saying? So like, they don't know, like, ain't too many people did that. They sitting back, because like I said, the culture is like, you know what I'm saying, we don't love them. We don't love them, and the girls is bad bitches, and the bitches, I mean, excuse me, the girls calling bitches and like, the world's just crazy right now, and it's like, it's hard to really just see what's worth what, if I could say. I don't know what the perfect words to say, but I'm saying, without getting deep, you know what I'm saying, it's like, I know she loved me, I loved her. You know what I'm saying? Right now, it's just whatever it is. You don't know which way it's gonna go. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes you gotta let people fly. You know what I'm saying? And just hope they don't spread their wings up too much. You know what I'm saying? But basically, that's what pushed me back, because I'm used to being in a house with life. You know what I'm saying? And I'm in a house with nothing. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? I'm human. I'm not a robot. I got feelings. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, it could stunt what you do, but at the same time, every day I'm still trying to get over that and make sure that I care about myself to keep up what I built. You know what I'm saying? But that's pretty much what the break was. Not to mention, it's like, shit, I got bills, I got all kinds. Everybody think CoolyFilms is just CoolyFilms. No, I got a lot of